Hi, I'm meteorologist Kaiti Blake. Welcome to your weather current video update for Wednesday, August 6th. Well, we've got hot, dry weather coming up for the rest of the week, really for the next week or so. More spots are going to see their high temperatures back in the triple digits, especially as we close out the work week on Thursday and Friday. So even though we're well into summer, just keep heat safety top of mind. We're probably going to have some heat alerts issued by the end of the week, and this is especially important as the kiddos are getting back into their school year routines. The reason for the heat, we've got the heat high or a ridge of high pressure that's really close to us here in the Lone Star State. It's actually centered across western Texas and New Mexico. This keeps things hot and dry in the summertime, and this is generally going to hang around through the end of the work week. It will start to back off a little bit this weekend into the early part of next week, but the changes really won't be too noticeable for the next week or so. These are your high temperatures and your heat index readings for this afternoon. We've got triple digits for high temperatures out across West Texas, but notice your heat index or your feels like temperature is actually a couple degrees lower than the actual air temperature. That's because of lower humidity across the western part of the state. But as we get into Thursday afternoon and again on Friday, the heat index readings are going to start to approach 105 to 110 across central, north, and east Texas. And that's where I think we could have some heat alerts like heat advisories issued toward the end of the work week. So just something to keep in mind. It is going to get a little bit hotter each afternoon through the end of the work week. So again, as we're starting to talk about school year routines, maybe you've got kids already participating in school activities. Just make sure everyone is staying hydrated. Water and electrolytes, very important to start that hydration early in the day. So if they're heading out for early morning school activities, make sure you're starting that hydration early. Wearing loose, light colored clothing is best when it's very hot. And again, if they're participating in those outdoor activities, make sure you're sending them with plenty of sunscreen and that they are taking frequent breaks in the shade. Rainfall over the next week looks pretty bleak. Best chances of rain are actually going to be down closer to the Gulf Coast, where they'll see some afternoon sea breeze showers. But the rest of us are looking at a really dry forecast over the next week. Now, a majority of our service area does not have any drought whatsoever thanks to the rainfall this summer, but we do have some spots across far west Texas. Van Horn, you are in extreme drought. Pecos, dry conditions. Fort Stockton, dry conditions to moderate drought. So far west Texas could use some rain. Unfortunately, really not going to have much of it over the next week. DFW in North Texas, here is your 7-day forecast. We've got plenty of typical summertime heat. Yes, we're starting to get back into the triple digits, but we're not talking about record heat. So that is some good news. Your morning lows will generally be hovering near 80 degrees each morning. And again, things look rain-free and toasty through early next week.